A visually impaired person can be just as successful as anyone else. What would you do if you found out that you would be completely blind in the next 1 to 2 years? You would most likely go through many emotions like anger, shock, self-pity, and denial. One of the smartest and most successful people that I know has gone through many hurdles in life, including the loss of his sight while he was in college. He did not give up. He faced his vision loss head on, and he now works at NASA, where he has been for nearly 40 years, and he has shown no signs of slowing down. David Brock has a success story that many would be envious of. David was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa. That is a rare hereditary eye disease with no cure. According to the American Academy of Ophthalmology, 1 in every 4,000 Americans carry this disease. Vision loss is always going to happen, just usually very slowly. Unfortunately, that was not the case with David. David attended high school where he graduated. He went on to community college. He got a degree and associates in business, and then he was diagnosed. Upon the news that he would be facing blindness and they could not tell him the exact amount of time, he was urged by doctors and others alike that he should draw a disability check so that he would not become a burden on anyone else. David knew that he wanted more out of life, and he decided to get with the Alabama Department of Rehabilitation Services and take an internship in 1984 at NASA. They recognized that he had the ambition and the drive to do the job. Once he was hired on there in 1984, his determination to succeed began to pay great dividends there. With each passing year, he would take on more and more program-related responsibilities, and as a result, in March of 2005, he was named the lead small business specialist at Marshall Space Flight Center, or NASA. In addition to his duties, in October 2019, he was appointed the position of a NASA Mentor Protege Program Manager. That was the same program that he himself had got started in. They were responsible for administrating the program on behalf of the agency from his office. On a personal note, David wanted to give back to the agency that had helped him so much, the Alabama Department of Rehabilitation Services. He was presented an opportunity to do just that when, in 1995, the vocational rehab became the Alabama Department of Rehab Services, and along with that name became a Board of Governors. He was appointed to serve a 3-year term on this new board by then Governor Jim Folsom Jr. He was appointed to serve a 3-year term. That was followed by a 5-year appointment by then Governor Fob James, and finally a 7-year appointment by then Governor Don Siegelman. All total, David served 15 years on this board, and during that time he had the opportunity to offer encouragement to thousands of disabled Americans. He led many support groups. He is a firm believer that the true way to success is by placing others above yourself, believing that the way one achieves his or her goals in life is by helping others achieve their goals. That is something he has always taught us. All growing up, that we would hear that over and over. Once David got the protege program going, he was offered the chance to travel to different places and speak on behalf of NASA to try and gain small business. Being the leader of the small business, he needed to get others to partner with NASA so that the space program could take off and become what it has today. David blind and zero vision, traveled by himself via plane. He would travel to hotels on his own. He would show up at conferences and he would give speeches. Many people's lives have changed because of David. David is a great person. David has been in many newspapers and articles. This is a book that David was featured on at his job at NASA. Here he is in the back at his desk at NASA. Here he is with his wife of 46 years, Shirley. They have one son and 3 grandchildren. David has taught Sunday school at Julia Street Methodist Church in Boaz for 17 years. David sponsors many programs locally, and David also he has been a youth pastor at different disabled camps. He travels the world and he speaks to people about their disabilities and how to overcome them. David is a published author, and David, under the Protege program, he has the chance to offer individuals with certain disabilities like himself the chance to step up and become great leaders in their community. A job at NASA would be spectacular for anyone. Sure, David does have issues at work, just like anyone else does, but he overcomes those. He does use Braille. He has the read-to-speech, text-to-speech apps on his computer. He knows where he puts things so that he can function just like we do. His job is superb. No one could do a better job with or without vision. Also, lots of people do not even know that David is blind. They have no idea that he's visually impaired. I have taken many people to meet him or to hear him speak, and they've had no idea that he was visually impaired, that he was legally blind. If David can do this and have no vision doing this, anyone can do what he's doing. Anyone can. You can overcome any disability that you confront. Anything. All you have to do is face it headlong. Everyone has disabilities. You just have to overcome yours. I have a disability. It might not be mental, but it might not be physical, but it's there. I'm horrible at math. I can't see well. I also suffer from retinitis pigmentosus, being hereditary in our family. However, my vision is not set. As far as I know, as far as now, my vision's not set to completely go blind. But anything could happen, and I will be prepared for it. But I will not be any less of a person because of that. And you should not let any disability that you face stop you from getting what you want. You have one chance in life to do what you want, and you should take it. Everyone deserves to be happy, no matter how you look, no matter if you have a disability that's mental, physical, whatever. I hope everyone succeeds in everything they do, and I would really encourage anyone, if they have a chance, to look up David on the NASA website. His story is a great inspiration.